Hey there, uh, I'm Chukudalo and I'm the CEO of Client Supreme, a digital marketing agency based here in Asaba. And I just wanted to make a quick video, like not really a quick video, but a video that is going to be explaining some things about business that I have learned from one of the best in the game. If you guys have known of heard of Ty Lopez, then he has been a mentor for me virtually, since since 2019 or even past more than. So I'm going to be explaining some things when it comes to business. I haven't gone to Harvard to study mini MBA in business, all those kind of stuff. But now with the internet, you can learn anything from the comfort of your home. The internet is a great tool. We have like a whole battalion just in our pockets. So I'm going to be explaining some key terms that I have learned from Ty Lopez about business, and I would like to share it with you guys just as a way of teaching myself and teaching other people as well. So before I started the course, he called it the mini MBA course, because it's not like a MBA like Masters of Business Admin. Well, it's still kind of that kind of stuff, but he's going to he teaches like things that real businessmen experience in the real process of going from like they have stages of wealth. The first stage is like a pyramid, like a pyramid. So the first stage of that pyramid, the bottom, is scarcity. So from scarcity you go to financial independence. Then from financial independence, you climb up to prosperity. And from prosperity, you climb up to wealth and impact. So it's like that pyramid. So he, at first stage of the course, he explained that about having a philosophical, like a philosophy mindset and a technical mindset. That a lot of people go into business with only technical mindsets and they don't have a philosophy backing them, like more like a gear for them. Like there's this story he always talks about a set of people who were flying, and they crashed into an island, deserted island. And so after they crashed, there were a set of engineers, engineers and all those kind of stuff. So a lot of those engineers were chopping through the forest, and they were just kept on chopping. Then one of them climbed up, like thought, why are they just cutting when they haven't yet, maybe observed or seen what is around them, and it's like kind of secure a real parameter of where they are really going, that kind of stuff. So he climbed up a tree, a very high tree, and he spotted and told those people that, hey guys, you guys are cutting through the wrong side, like they are cutting through the wrong path. That he can see everything from where he is, and from what he can see, they are cutting down through the wrong path. Now everybody don't like, but in this case, that is a philosophical perspective when it comes to business. The technicality is that you are chopping through. But the philosophy is you being able to step back and say, wait a minute, what's going on here? Am I doing everything that every other businessman or entrepreneurs are doing? Let me step back a bit and look at it from a bird's eye perspective. like an eagle who can see everything. That's the philosophy, and that was what that guy did. I watched a tech talk sometime. They explained it to be like a scout mindset. In the olden days where generals sent people to go and before they want to fight or before they want to have a collision with another army, they send scouts. Generals send scouts to survey the parameters. So that's the scout's mindset. That's the same thing as philosophical mindset. So that's what he talked about in the first phase, but that's not what I'm going to go into right now. What I want to go into right now is just the fundamentals of business. So there are three main facets of business. First is your plan, then second is your virality, the third is paid advertising. But it's virality and paid advertising. We're going to go into it later. I want to talk more about the plan. So in the plans in marketing, there's a term called the 4Ps of marketing. The 4Ps are one is planning. Product placement, promotion. Product placement, promotion, and pricing. Product placement, promotion, and pricing. Those are the 4Ps of marketing. So for products, let's begin with products. You have to ask yourself, what products are you selling? What product are you selling? It has a correlation with pricing, because you have to what kind of product or what kind of consumers, like there are different kinds of business models. For example, there are B2C, if you've heard of it. B2C is business to consumers. Then there is B2B, that is business to business. B2C, business to consumers. B2B, business to business. Then I think there's B2B and B2C. I can't really remember, but when I do, I will make a point of it in the next videos and so. But yeah, you have to understand. That's just part of what I want to talk about now. But products, when it comes to products, there are two other main types of products. One is commodity products, and and second is like a brand product. A commodity product is like a product you can sell to. You can produce in huge quantities. And sell to huge number of people. Those are like commodity products. Things like businesses, like retail businesses who produce mass amount of product and sell it at lower prices to a lot of people. You can still do the same thing for branding products, but let me explain what going on with it. So branding products is more like where you can, I don't know how to put it, but brand product is like, like I said, commodity product is where you can sell to you can produce in large quantities and you can sell to large amount of people, like retails. But brand product is, and you can sell those products at cheaper rates, but brand product is, you can create a lot of those products too as well, but the pricing is relatively higher than commodity products, because you are not selling to a lot of people. You are selling to a specific kind of people who want your product. It's more like a B2B. Brand product is like now a B2B business where you are selling to a business. That's an example of a brand product. You're a business and you're selling your product to another business who needs it. Then that way your price, you're not selling to everybody, you're not selling to a mass congregation, you're only selling to specific kinds of businesses or of people who want your products. That is called branding. Now you've branded your business to fit that specific, to fill in that gap, or to bring up a solution, a product solution that the recipient, the business or the consumer, desires, that kind of stuff. And when you're deciding, that is brand product, it's not for everybody. It's the product not just for everybody. Even commodity product can't always be for everybody, but you get what I'm saying. Like commodity products, you can create a lot and you can sell it at lower prices, and you can still make a profit because you're selling to a huge amount of people. But brand product is like you're not selling to everybody, you're selling to a specific kind of people who need your solution. They can still be a B2C business, they can still be a B2B business model, but you've branded it in a way that your product is not for everybody, and so your price is relatively higher than the product that can be sold for a huge congregation of people. So yeah, and if you are creating a product, you should try to create a product that has 10 times value than the other, than what they are paying for. Like now, if you are running a business now, for example, and you have some certain kind of product, for that solves a particular solution, you should charge well, but as well let the product, let the service, like for example now this water can now, I create this water can, this is blender bottle, bottles, and I'm the owner of blender bottles, and I create blender bottles water can now, and let's say I price it I don't know, 5,000 naira or 3,000 naira so to create this water can. Now you should already calculate how valuable this water can be for your consumers. Will it have 10 times more value than what people are paying for it? If it has 10 times more value than what people are paying for, maybe the volume of water that it can carry, you calculate how much people could be using it in the day. Maybe they go for exercise, maybe like you do the math and they drink it, will it still remain, the volume, the size, the amount of water I can accommodate, and all those kind of stuff. Maybe even the plastic as well, the beauty. Does it have 10 times more value than the 3,000 naira that I am paying for it, or a customer will be paying me for it? If it has 10 times more value than it, then that's a very good product. Now let's go to pricing. Like I said, pricing is the same thing as products. Pricing is not really the same thing, but it has a correlation when I mentioned commodity and branding. If you are selling a product and you are checking it, you want to assess its pricing. Like for example now, like my own business that I run, and I don't sell it to everybody. And for example now I'm selling it to school businesses who entrepreneurs who have schools and that kind of stuff, and I help those businesses get more clients. That is my own kind of branding. I'm not selling to everybody. I'm not say Client Supreme for everybody. Client Supreme for primary and secondary schools, but eventually we'll be going for higher institutions and that kind of stuff, because I'm interested in education I like education, I like books. Even if I have some criticism, but it's a way for me to be able to influence the way children are taught, or influence the way, like, I just like it from my own view, from my own longing desires. I like books. I started developing likeness for it because Tyler Perry taught me to. So, and I'm taking for it. So pricing, when you're trying to um, like put a price, now you're selling a commodity price. The commodity should have 10 times value. Remember I said product that has 10 times value of what people are paying for it. So the commodity, you should decide whether your pricing should be either a commodity product or a brand product, and then you decide what kind of price would be suitable for a commodity product and what kind of price would be suitable for a brand product. Like I said, for example, now I sell to schools and I have 4 different packages. Now my own services, my own products, my own goods will be more higher because I charge up to, there are 4 different packages. In this service there is worth about $1,000. The highest is worth like $10,000. That kind of stuff. That is branding. If you want to buy a course now, and I know that if I do my work very well, if I do my work research very well, my marketing research for the schools, and this I get them like 10 more, 15 more clients. The clients for the school is worth like 200 and something thousand naira. Now if you can get it for, if you can get 5 clients for a school, 200 and something thousand times 5, that's a lot of money. That's past $1,000 or even 2,000. And if you can get them even more, they'll be willing to pay you because you're giving them 10 times value of what they're paying you for. That's what I mean. That's my own side of branding. Now if you're selling a commodity product and I buy this for 2,000 or 3,000 and I'm giving 10 times value, it's strong. If it falls, it doesn't break. It doesn't easily break. The volume is big. The math is done very well. It's beautiful. It's accommodating. I'm already giving 10 times the value. Now I price you at a lower rate and you bought it. If maybe sometime you don't like this one anymore, you want to change it, or you have a friend who wants the water bottle, you can recommend this for the person. The person goes and grab it, and they keep referring and that kind of thing because you're selling a very good product and you're pricing well. Okay, so we're done with pricing. Then we go into promotions. Promotion is important because once you've devised the kind of product, the 10 times value of what you're pricing, you've decided, you know the kind of pricing that you are, or the kind of product that you're dealing with, whether you're a brand product or a commodity product. Then the question you ask yourself is, how do you promote your product? How do you get your product to be seen by the end users, by your target audience, by the end customer who you want to sell it to? How do you promote it? And that's where marketing and advertising comes in. And with the way the world is today, with the internet, you can do that. Whether you want it to be, you want to make a blog, or you want to advertise it with Google ads, or you want to advertise it on social media, or you want to create those are a lot. There are a lot of it's a bit deep. Like they have things that they call the paid medias, owned medias, and earned medias. Paid medias are those media and those tools in marketing that you pay for, like Google ads, like PPC, paid pay-per-click advertising, like Google ads. Then owned media are those kind of medias where where you have more control of, like your website, like your blog and articles. Those are one medias that you have control of. Then earned media are those ones that like social proof. Other people are talking about you, references on Twitter, and Instagram, all those kind of things with your own social media posts and all. Those are earned media. So those are all parts of placement. It's an interesting topic, but it's deep as well. But then you have to now decide, how do you want to advertise and market to your products so that the people that you want to sell it to will be able to see your products. Then placement is about your deliverability, your customer loyalty. That's quite simple. So when it comes to business, there's something I want to mention before the end of this, is that he says that Tai Lopez, in his own words, says that you cannot abundantly succeed in an industry that you do not have natural aptitude for. It's tricky and simple statement as well, because when you are still in your first stage of explorations, it can be a little bit confusing, but there's a process of how you can identify it. I haven't yet identified my own 100%. I'm still in my own process of self-actualization, but then we're all in the same boat as well. But then it's good that you understand that if you are in a business, or if you are running a business or you're in an industry you don't have natural aptitude for, then you might succeed averagely, but to be abundantly successful, to be massively successful in that industry, you have to have a natural aptitude for it. You have to do it when others are not doing it. You have to do it when the crowd is not doing it. There's a lot that goes with it, because it takes time. It takes time to grow. They say the slowest tree bears the sweetest fruit, or the slowest tree to grow bears the sweetest fruit. A fence that is built fast falls fast. So if you don't have a natural aptitude, a natural liking and craving for a certain industry, you won't be able to go through the ups and downs about being successful in that career, in that industry, in that business, or whatever. So in the comment section below, I would like to ask you these questions. What pricing strategy are you going to take? What pricing strategy are you going to take? Is it a commodity strategy or a branding strategy? Remember, like I said, a commodity strategy is like a strategy where you are you are selling a lot of goods to a lot of people, and you're going to be cutting down the prices. Remember, the goods have 10 times value than the prices you've put for it. It has to have 10 times more value. That means you have to be very good. They say like a good product sells itself. That's like the basics. You have to create a good product for your customers, and with that you have to put your customers in mind and not your own profit. So what kind of pricing strategy are you going to take? Are you going to take the commodity strategy or the branding strategy? Remember, the branding strategy is like you're going to sell a product not for everybody. Commodity is not for everybody, but even if commodity is like you're selling to a lot of people, even if it's not for everybody. Branding is like you are selling to a lot of people, but not for everybody, but it's kind of more packaged. It's kind of has much more value. It's not like it's better than commodity and commodity is better than branding, but they're their own different sections. That kind of stuff. So the second question is, what's going to deliver 10 times the value as people pay for your products? With your commodity or your product, what is it? How is it going to, deliver 10 times the value as people pay for your product? How is it going to give 10 times value than what people pay for? In the section below. Then third question is, how are you going to market it? How are you going to market your product? Then the fourth one is, how are you going to get this into people's hands? How will you get it from your own side to the end users? Comment in the section below. So if there's anything that is your question, you can ask as well. Like I said, this is like in this series or in this couple videos, I'm just experimenting and I'm sharing what I know with the world out there. And we'll see where we go. If there's any question you would like to know, you can just comment in the section, or DM me or wherever. We'll see how it goes. I hope it was educative, it was informative, and I hope to be of help in the future. Thank you.